So when it comes like this from production, you, the awesome one out there that thinks that because I'm buying new, I'm fine, I don't need an inspection, let me just show you how this is built from production.
One of the things, and probably the biggest thing that I found so far, is a lot of wrinkled wallpaper.
Because you can see inside here, see? So the air all the way up on your super slide would be the same. Whoever installed this bulb seal to make you feel good that it's sealing, well, that's sealing when the slide out is closing here, you know, and that's it. If it was a brand new unit, that I call that major.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Surprise, Arizona, about to inspect this 2018 Fleetwood Discovery 40D. Now stick around, we don't know what we're gonna find, neither does our customer, but he's at home waiting to hear from us, so keep your fingers crossed for him that we don't find anything. We'll update you at lunch and the end of the day.
All right, first glimpse. I think we're at home. I just went to check. I did my walkthrough quickly. This looks pretty nice, pristine, for real. And the owner was here, the guy who's selling this, and he's not bragging about it. And I can see the temperament of the unit, how maintained it was. It's kind of obvious. I went to check the oil just before we start this, before he left, and I can tell that they just started the unit not too long ago because my transmission level was perfect. So I kind of figured that 15-20 minutes ago they ran the unit. So think about it. This is an 18. We do 25s that are worse than this at first glimpse, as you know. So this is the industry, people. This is interesting. So I walked inside with Laurel and thought this is pretty phenomenal. This is really clean and nice. So let's go check on the other side. So on this side, I've got on first glimpse a little surprise as I open the door and this little trim comes off. Little things that you got to keep in mind. Look at the alignment so far of every slide out looks pretty good, and I just heard from the customer that he's been here every year. He's been servicing the Freightliner part every year. He's been servicing the Aqua Hot every year. So it's one of them that is constantly doing the maintenance, like overdoing it. It's not because you didn't travel with your unit for a year that you need to change the oil, but some people do that, which is fine for the next buyer, but you don't need to do this. There's normal maintenance, but this person is one of them that service every year, even if it was parked all year. And I've asked a question, why are you getting rid of this? He's going to a Super C because they go off-road a lot and in the desert up here in Arizona and northern part of. So they are prone to do more off-road with these units. Now let's get to work. Let's go check what Laurel has inside at lunchtime.
So come on in, let's see my first glimpse and my stow and go. As for first glimpse, it's kind of funny. I sort of feel at home here. We have a Fleetwood Discovery 40E. There are a couple of differences, but as far as this living area right here, I will say that their stow and go is a little nicer than mine. I have a hard time getting through here. But look, I have easy access right through here, right to my refrigerator. I can cook. I can actually get to a bathroom. This is the half bath right here. I can also get to bed, but I can't really sleep very well because this is a tilt-a-lift bed. So I can't really go to sleep unless I open up the slide itself. But as far as stow and go, I think it looks fantastic. And as far as first glimpse, nothing is jumping at me or surprising me. You got that? Surprise, Arizona. That was funny. Nothing sticking out right now, but you know, we're going to investigate, see what we can find, and we'll let you know at lunchtime. So stick around.
All right, lunchtime recap. For those of you out there who's trying to catch me in the gutcha, like a trim on the fifth wheel that water shouldn't go up 3 inches, listen. I try to explain to you the things that I find, and yeah, sometimes I get caught up in my own habits of where typically it goes. So please be nice enough, I'll be humble enough to forgive you. I'm kidding. This unit is beautiful. Yes, we like Fleetwood for the consistency. All the seal are almost perfect. I just got one, well, I'll gotta show you. So around this whole unit, that's about the only place where I have sealant missing, in this section right here. And that's it. I got a couple little things on the trim themselves, but I'm going to show you something about when people are wondering, why would I get an inspection? It's a brand new unit. Me show you the temper of some people working on brand new unit. Let's go over there. So from seals, little bulb seal that they put around the Fleetwood, see, they tend to unglue from where they belong, and then they end up stacked up in the back. So in order to seal where it belongs, it's got to be re-glued where it's supposed to. Then we end up at what we would call a life safety issue. So all day I had to tell Laurel to be careful, because this is totally disconnected from the wall. So next thing you know, that'd be my luck. I'll grab it once and I'll be on my ass, and then it's going to be my fault. So let's go on the other side. All right, so chassis batteries, they all need water. My recommendation, when you guys put water in here, put distilled water so the pH is neutral. That's what I recommend. Here's another thing. This is at manufacturing, but remember, this is used. You're going to have an inspection. One of our guys is going to say, well, this is what I found. But to the point I brought up earlier today, this was manufactured like this. So imagine if it was new and you found this. How happy would you be to have paid $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 to see this? Let me show you a door. Hope you can see this. All this paint run all over here. Hope it's kind of obvious, clear, simple. How much drippage. I don't know if you can see right here. All the. That's a pretty pathetic, sad paint job. If it was a brand new unit, that I call that major. And you write that up and you say, no, I want a new paint job on this door, whatever you want. That's me. That's what I would do. But some people will say, oh no, they spend enough money. They spend a lot of time painting this. I'm not going to do this. Long story short, hey, there's all kind of people. So I can't feed to everybody. After my day here, I'm happy like a pig, and let's go check what Laurel has inside.
So it's lunchtime, and I'm having so much fun in here because I feel like I'm at home, which is awesome. One of the things, and probably the biggest thing that I found so far, is a lot of wrinkled wallpaper. It's just lifting off the wall, but there's no moisture. We haven't found any of that, which is great. But the woodwork is absolutely beautiful. As far as my woodwork goes, the only thing that is really even popping out, which is not a huge deal, is the bed frame down here. So this front right here, you know, this is really loose right here. They're just gonna have to tack that down. You know, I started to do like my washing machine and my dryer. I can do my dryer, but guess what? We don't have any water. Why don't we have any water? This has been in storage. And the one thing that we said to our customer, make sure they put water in the tanks if we can't be hooked up to water. And unfortunately, there's no water at all whatsoever. So toilets, washing machine, dishwasher, all of that, I'm not able to test for leaks, which is unfortunate for you, the customer, if you don't make sure that whoever's selling it fills you with water. So keep that in mind when you have your inspections. So just make sure that when you're reading your agreements that you make sure everything is set up for your inspector. Speaking of inspectors, are you sitting at home thinking, you know what, I would make a great inspector? Go to our website, apply. We're doing workshops across the United States, and maybe you'd like to join the next one. So check it out. We'll see you at the end of the day.
End of the day recap. Yes, I am inside. I know it's not my job, but there's things that relate to the inside, outside, so I come and check in, and there's things I finish at the end of the day. I had this problem with this control all day, so this little panel, as you can see, it's not that hooked up, but if I try to use functions, sometimes it doesn't work. Or you gotta push hard to modify them. See, like now it doesn't work at all. That has to be addressed. It's an 18. I know they can order that from Fleetwood and they'll be fine. So that's one big detail that I had. ACs all work, everything's perfect, flawless. Heat pump, heat, the aqua hot system. My undercarriage underneath is perfect. I don't have nothing. This has been maintained. I can see the grease. It's been done over and over. I just wanted to mention this. I also do this. I go underneath the bed to see the mechanism of beds. And as we've learned through time, this pot steel, you got to watch this on your bed because sometimes it will crack from there. So just keep an eye on that. And that's just a free tip I'm giving you whenever you wonder what to do or what to watch for to look good in front of your wife. Find something like this, she's going to think you're a genius. Let's go outside. So when it comes like this from production, you, the awesome one out there that thinks that because I'm buying new, I'm fine, I don't need an inspection. Let me just show you how this is built from production. So this is a trim that normally should be cut off and tucked to this one. So now, what happened with this? They overlap with this one, and now you got water going in there since the beginning of time. So if that wasn't caught 6, 7, 8 years ago, when it was new, it was like this. Think, all right? Let's go on the other side. So now we're on the street side, and I've got those latches, those lock. When you get some of them, especially Fleetwood, they get those slide out that comes in, and then there's those little arms that comes out and lock to the wall. So your whole slide is not moving. It's not holding just from the bottom. It's from the bottom and the top. The problem happens like this once in a while. So let me walk you up there. These tab I'm talking about will actually go out. Once your slide out is inside, you know, the house, this tab is going to come out and it's going to lock it so your wall and this are locking together. Well, the problem I'm having here is it's not going in. So it's not tucked in as it should. So what do you think is going to happen when it goes in there? So you might have a surprise and it's going to hit the wall there, and you might have a huge financial problem if this decides to rip itself out of the corner over there. Remember, when we send you an agreement, it's simple. There's steps. You just go with your steps. Electricity, water. We're there to perform a job, to perform the whole thing. Make sure, and that's on you. It's not on me in the morning when I show up here and, oh, by the way, I need electrical. By the way, I need gas. Or by the way, I need water. There's a reason why we have agreements, for you to be ahead of the game, so when it goes there, it is ready to be done. You gotta understand, we're not a concierge service here. We're there to help you out with the rig. So hope I didn't hurt nobody's feeling, and if I did, well, let's carry on. Let's go check what Laurel has inside.
So it's the end of the day, and it has been a really good day. I can tell you, I'm comfortable in Fleetwood, so that's a great thing. But honestly, this has been really well maintained. There are a couple of little things. For instance, this backsplash right here, it is loose. Now, what I do know, we have a 2017, and Pierre, he's had to glue ours on a couple of times, so that's going to need to be glued. The other backsplash that's doing the same thing is right here in the half bath, so that's also loose. Again, just something that needs some sort of adhesive to make sure it doesn't fall when you're driving, because that's going to make one heck of a mess. I've been through my floors, my walls, my ceilings. The ceilings had a little bit of dirt here and there. They're going to wash it anyways. I assume when you buy an RV and it's used, you're going to go through. So it's not anything that's abnormal or rips or tears or any water intrusion. Same with the floors. They're beautiful, ceramic, shiny, no slide roller marks. So that is a huge plus. And then coming into the bathroom, you know, I always save my water to the end of the day. I already told you I didn't have any water. So guess what? No leaks today. But coming into this shower, if you are 6'4" and shorter, you're going to fit in this shower just fine. So as far as tall stall, are you tall? I'm sure I can fit in all of them. But this is a beautiful floor plan, right? So you've got your washer and dryer here, and their pantry is right here, which is really nice. Room for a lot of stuff. So it's a little bit different than the one that I'm used to, but it's got a nice storage, which is great. You know, being an adult is like folding a fitted sheet. No one knows how to do that. So get out and explore like kids, because kids don't need to know how. So remember, and do never forget.
It's not all about the distance, it's all about the journey.